One, two, one, two, three, four. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here at Music with Ryan. As you just saw and heard, I played through the newer, I guess, old-time fiddle tune, Salt Spring. It's been highly requested at my site as it's become a popular tune in the jams these days. It's of course written by John Reichman. He's a mandolin player, and it just seems to be a wonderful melody that gets stuck in people's heads, stuck in their fingers. So I finally created an arrangement for it, a lesson for it. I actually have two variations for the A and the B part as well, so you can learn a couple different ways to play it on different positions on the fretboard as well. As always, if you want to access the full-length lesson, download the tablature and the multi-speed backing tracks. Click the link in the description below. Alright, so let's start breaking down the first variation, the first time through the A part here for Salt Spring. It's got a pickup there on beat 2. I'll play the first 4 measures, and then, yeah, we'll talk about it. So here they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I went on just a bit there. One more time. Ready, go, 1. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you might notice something a little bit different in the tablature. I'm using Guitar Pro more now, and it has the pick directions above the staff, and I've always had them below the staff, and I like that, but Guitar Pro is just a little bit better. So they are now above the staff. You might notice that little difference there for some of you longtime followers, but nevertheless, all the information is there. So I pick up on beat 2, again, open D, open G, and open B. Just quarter notes right there. 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to slide to the first fret. I'm sorry, from the first fret to the third with my first finger. And I'm going to catch the open G with it. It's a quick slide. It's not an eighth note. It's just kind of a grace note. 1. And then I'm going to bar these 2 strings, of course, the E and the B, and then strum them. Simply strumming the G chord, really. The open G, 3 on the B, 3 on the E. And then play just the 2 strings together, just the B and the E. Then strum them. That melody's on the D string here. Okay, essentially kind of like 2 half notes really, but I gotta fill things in. Measure 3. Going to pluck the E and the B again, and then hammer on the 5th fret of the B with the 3rd finger. And then I release, go back to 3 and 3. Then a strum, 3 and 3. And then again, another hammer on from 3 to 5 on the B string, but playing 2 notes. So that measure. And sometimes it might even seem like a quicker hammer on than the 2 8th notes. It might seem like a 16th note. It might be a little quicker, that second one, but up. You know, I might just not rush it, but a little bit ahead there. Then it ties over to the downbeat in measure 4. So I'm holding, again, my right hand might kind of do a little strum. You'll see it moving, but I have there written a hold. But if you hit it while, you know, when you're strumming there a little bit or keeping your right hand moving, that's fine. It'll be very subtle. And then back to 3 and 3. 3 and 4, 3 on the B, 4 on the G. And then open G and open B. So a lot of double stops, right? The melody is rather simple. Bum, 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 bum. But we got to fill it in, right, as guitar players. So I'm kind of strumming partial chords and doing a lot of double stops, thickening it up. So all 4 of them. 2, 3, 4, 1. Again, the double stops, you want to just equal attack on those strings. Try to make them sound nice, not one string louder than the other. Most of the time, anyway. All right, moving on. So, measure 5, I'm sliding up to the, I played open B and G before, and then now I'm going to slide into 3 and 4. That double stop right there. 3 on the B, 4 on the G. And then I'm going to strum it. And then I'm going to do 3, 4, slide down to 1 and 2. Okay? So 1, 2, and 3, and then open strings. Measure 6, we're going to go to A minor, the chord progression, and then the melody will be on the A note here. Going to harmonize it with the B string, first fret, which is C note. So those 2 notes, quarter note, then 2 strums, 2 strums. And then a quarter note again on those 2 notes. And then a double stop here, but then a pull off to open G. So that measure. Measure 7, slide to 3 and 4, then back down to 1 and 2, strum, slide back up to 3 and 4. Again, we have another tie here, and you might see my right hand move in, or I might slightly strum it or hit some notes there, but for all intensive purposes, it is the melody is being held there. 1, and then back down, and it opens, and then 4 on the D, open G. It's an F sharp over the G note, so that's going to rub, have some dissonance there. Those 4 bars. 2, ready, go. Moving on. Now we get to the E minor. Pretty easy. Back to A minor. Very similar there. 6 through 8 is very similar as 10 and 12 here. Almost exactly the same, really. But yes, just repeating that melody. Same kind of phrasing and everything over the A minor chord. But measure 9, we land on the E minor. So I'm going to do 2 on the D and open G. Kind of a partial E minor chord. You could finger the whole E minor, but so 1, 2, and 3, 4, and if you hit more strings than that, it's not the end of the world if you hit them below, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then measure 10. I got a quick hammer here from the zeros, G and B, to 1 and 2 to that little A minor shape. Okay, 1, 2, I'm sorry, 1 and 2 and just a quick, instead of when I'm playing it up to speed, it'll be quick. Okay, I strum, then there's a quarter note, then another double stop, pull to the 0 on the G. Okay. In measure 11, we go to 3 and 4, back down to 1 and 2, strum, 3 and 4, hold it to the downbeat of the next measure, 1 and back to 1 and 2, open, 4 on the D, open G, and it will go back to here, but this time over the C chord. Those 4 measures, ready, go. Then the last 4 of this variation. Okay, went on to measure 17 there. And really, as all fiddle tunes, you know, A, B, B, and you could repeat exactly what we've done here, right? You could repeat that as a second time around, make up your own variation or whatnot, but you could simply repeat what I've written, and I've also, of course, written out the variation for the A part. But measure 13, we land on the C. I'm going to do another double stop thing here, open D and G, and I'm going to hammer on 2 on the D, and then I'm just going to fill in this measure with a strum pattern, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and okay, I'm just going to strum. And then 0-2 hammer on the D. I'm going to, again, double stops here, open D and G, hammer 2, strum, same thing, strum. So another rather simple melody, or phrase, kind of Carter style-esque. Measure 15, G and B string, hammer 2 on the G, open G, and then a little 8th note run, open G, 2, open, 2 on the D, and then measure 16, we go back to the G chord, but we land on the D note, strum the G, then open D, 2, open, 3 on the A, measure 17, landing on 2. Okay, that picks right back up into the next variation. Those 4, 2, ready, go. So there's the first variation. Let's play the whole thing through so you can hear it go by. Nice and easy. So 1, 2, ready, go. There's the first variation. If you want to download the tabs for the whole arrangements and access the multi-speed backing tracks and access the full-length lesson, click the link in the description below.